U.S. Border Patrol agents take into custody a father and son from Honduras near the U.S.-Mexico border on June 12, 2018, near Mission, Texas. Washington, members of Congress who visit detention facilities at the border aren't allowed to talk to migrant children who have been taken from their parents and will be denied entry if they don't give 2 weeks' notice of a planned visit, per a new directive from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. In an email sent to all congressional offices on Wednesday, a senior HHS official says lawmakers are allowed to visit federal facilities holding children who have been separated from their families but are not allowed to interact with them or take any pictures of them or the surrounding conditions. To protect the privacy and vulnerability of children in its care, we cannot allow visitors to record or photograph anything within the facility property, nor are visitors allowed to interact with the children, reads the email from Sarah Morse, the Deputy Assistant Secretary for Legislation at HHS. We appreciate your cooperation. The email also says that lawmakers can only visit the facilities with at least 2 weeks' notice, that times and dates of visits are based on facility availability, and that unscheduled visits will not be accommodated. No exceptions will be made, says Morse. Here's a screenshot of the email. Highlights are by HuffPost. If lawmakers want to tour a facility sooner than 2 weeks from the date of a request, they can only visit a select number of facilities at certain times, which are listed in the email. They have to RSVP within 24 hours for access to. The Trump administration has separated nearly 2,000 children from their parents over a span of 6 weeks. Photos from detention facilities show kids being herded into cages and given foil blankets. Audio from one facility, obtained by ProPublica, features kids crying out for their parents as a U.S. Border Patrol agent jokes about an orchestra of wailing children. This is all happening because of Attorney General Jeff Sessions' zero-tolerance immigration policy, which separates children from their parents so the adults can be criminally prosecuted for crossing the border without documentation. Previously, authorities typically kept migrant families together and routed them to immigration courts. An HHS spokesman did not immediately respond to a request for comment about why lawmakers are being subject to such strict requirements for visiting federal detention centers. Download. Do you have information you want to share with HuffPost? Here's how.